Hi friends, this week we're looking at chapter 3 from my book, and we're looking at the importance of us really understanding who God says we are if we're going to live a naturally supernatural life. And as well as being on a mission to lie to us about the nature and character of God, the enemy is also on a mission to lie to us about who we are. Because he knows that if he can get us to doubt our identity, then he will make us less effective at doing the stuff that Jesus did. And personally, this has probably been the area of biggest battle for me. The enemy has tried to lie to me so much to stop me pursuing the life God's called me to. He said things like, you're too fearful, you haven't got enough faith, that word of knowledge you think you've got, you've just made it up. And there are times when I've missed opportunities to be courageous and the enemy's told me, you're rubbish. And other times I've taken opportunities to be courageous and nothing's happened and he's told me that I'm not anointed. And it's so important that we learn to drown out the lies of the enemy and instead tune into the truth about what God says about us. And to understand that the truth about our identity has nothing to do with us, but it's all because of what Jesus has done for us on the cross. And the Bible makes some staggering claims about who we are now that we're in Christ. It says that we've been created in the image and likeness of God. It says that we are holy and blameless before him, that we are without blemish and free from accusation. It says that we are now seated with Christ in heavenly places with all the resources of heaven at our disposal. And also that we are ambassadors of Christ, that he has delegated his authority to us to operate on the earth. And it's so important that we tune into this truth and ignore what the enemy tries to tell us. And some people get nervous about us talking about identity. They get nervous that it's going to lead people to become proud. But actually, I personally have found the opposite to be true. I have personally found that the more I've understood who God says I am, the more it's actually caused me to worship him, because I understand that it's nothing to do with me, but it's all because of his amazing grace. And so let me encourage you this week maybe to ask God to show you a lie that you're believing about yourself, and then ask him what the truth is. And let's go on a journey of drowning out what the enemy is trying to tell us to stop us being effective in doing the stuff God has called us to, and instead listen to what God says about us. The fact that we are called and equipped and anointed by him to proclaim and demonstrate his kingdom wherever we go.